Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold.
Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
Made it. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at
You
it.
trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
That is crazy how the clips make you just want to get dressed up and go sell some coke. Yes. Like you want to put on a nice three-piece tailored suit and just find some cocaine to sell.
What's wrong with you, man?
Right. Donkey today for Tuesday, June 3rd goes to the acting head of FEMA, David Richardson. What is FEMA? The Federal Emergency Management Agency, their primary goal, what are they here for? Is to coordinate the federal government's response to disasters and emergencies, both natural and man-made. What is a natural disaster? Earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, any catastrophic event caused by a natural force, okay? Tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis. There are multiple natural disasters that we can all point to. Now, David Richardson was recently appointed acting administrator of FEMA, and he has no prior experience managing natural disasters. By the way, I don't care what anyone says. People being in leadership roles like this with no prior experience are way worse than what you call a DEI hire, okay? You can't tell me DEI hires have no qualifications, but then turn around and hire people with no qualifications. Now, why is David Richardson getting donkey of the day? Envy, have you ever heard of hurricane season?
Yes, of course.
Jess Hilarious, have you ever heard of hurricane season?
Absolutely.
Of course you have. It started on June 1st and ends November 30th. I am from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. I lived through Hurricane Hugo, 1989. Okay, I was 11 or 12 years old, so I know all about a hurricane season. Well, if I know about hurricane seasons and Envy and Jess know about hurricane seasons, why doesn't the acting head of FEMA, David Richardson? What are you talking about, Uncle Charla? Well, let's go to CBS News for the report, please.
Multiple sources say staff at FEMA were left surprised when the agency's new acting head said he didn't know the U.S. had a hurricane season. David Richardson reportedly made the comments during a briefing Monday. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson says it was made in jest. But some staffers are concerned since Richardson has no prior experience managing natural disasters.
The acting administrator for FEMA just found out that America has a hurricane season. Wait until he finds out that water is wet and the sky is blue. Okay, can you imagine if the head of NASA said out loud, wait, we go to space? These are the same people rebelling against DEI because the people they feel are hired through DEI are unqualified. They don't believe your identity should be the reason you get hired for a job. And I agree. But that should also apply to old white males as well, because damn it, from Pete Hegseth to David Richardson, we just keep getting examples of mediocre, unqualified white males, okay? David Richardson, the acting head of FEMA, just found out this country has a hurricane season. That's like the Surgeon General saying, wait, people have organs? Yes, there are some seasons we just know. Pumpkin spice lattes in the fall, eggnog and coquito during the holidays, hurricanes now, okay? This isn't some random guy on YouTube. This isn't a podcaster. This isn't some essay standing outside of Home Depot. This is the head of FEMA. Okay, this man is supposed to be the one warning us to brace for impact, not asking, wait, we have a hurricane season? We are doomed, I tell you. You know what else David Richardson did in this meeting? According to CNN, he announced that FEMA will not release an updated disaster plan for this hurricane season as previously promised. Instead, FEMA will largely default back to its operating procedure from last year, though the agency enters this hurricane season in turmoil with a dramatically smaller workforce. What could go wrong? Just our luck, it will be the worst hurricane season in years. I pray not. I pray not. But some life lessons we must learn the hard way. And this big, beautiful country we call America is going to learn now. I can see Maggie in the comments right now saying, Charlamagne, you idiot, he was joking. Well, as I just said, he is considering reverting FEMA back to last year's hurricane plan and cutting back on training. So the only joke here will probably be the agency's preparation for a natural disaster. Okay, they are really just planning to recycle last year's plan. FEMA officials' hurricane training this year consisted of Control plus C, Control plus V. Okay, America, I am completely flabbergasted. As long as David Richardson is the head of FEMA, FEMA should stand for forget every major alert. Don't even worry about the Category 4 that might be brewing in the Atlantic. Let it sneak up on us, okay? FEMA should stand for forget expectations, make assumptions. Since David Richardson just assumed that we didn't have a hurricane season, America, if the head of FEMA doesn't know we have a hurricane season, we are doomed. Okay, way before Avengers Doomsday gets here. I read a quote once, and the quote was, when you're willing to do what you're unqualified to do, that's what qualifies you. I must say I disagree. Okay, certain positions, certain jobs, you just have to simply be qualified for. You have to be simply qualified to do. And if you don't know that there is a hurricane season, then you are not qualified. Please give the acting head of FEMA, David Richardson, the biggest hee-haw. God forbid. I hope we don't have a natural disaster in this country anytime soon, because if we do, y'all gonna realize that FEMA stands for Fix Everything My Ass. Okay?
Damn.
What?
Fix everything my ass.
You want to be FEMA now, don't you?
Nope.
Now you want to be FEMA. When I put it like that, you want to be FEMA. You please tell me your ass broke, Charlamagne.
What is he talking about?
I'm gonna do my best to fix it.
What is
I got
wrong
a
with you?
tool. I got a tool.
I got a tool to fix it. Did that lady call this morning and said, "Minute too sassy"?
Happy Pride. Shut up.
You be quiet.
Please.
Wow, what I did?
Please.
Yeah, you be quiet. Happy Pride. All right. Thank you, Charlamagne, for that donkey of the day.
Yes.
Let me reset for a second. Reset. Happy birthday to my daughter. She's 12 years old today. She's on her way to school. So happy birthday, Lundy Chu.
birthday.
Happy born day. How you say happy born day in Dominican, right?
Is it Feliz Cumpleaños?
Yes.
What?
Or Feliz Navidad?
Yes. No, that's a Merry Christmas, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. Feliz Cumpleaños.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, baby.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.